So in today's episode, we're looking at Junior Pope's death. Okay, it's a very sad event. Okay, very sad event, and what we should learn from his death, the incident that just happened. I know many persons have spoken extensively on the incident. Okay, those that were blamed and what ought to have been done. All right, I don't like speaking on issues like this, but I deem it fit that I should make this video. Okay, I just have to make these videos to clarify one or two things with regard to the nature of man. Okay, the nature of man, how man thinks, and how man handle things, most especially in Africa, the black man, how the black man handles things. All right, now there is a common saying that experience is the best teacher. I disagree with that. Experience is never the best teacher, okay? Because most times you may not live to tell the story. And at times when you tell the story alive, you tell that story in pains. You tell it with severe pain, with agony. So I was telling my congregation that yes, experience is a good teacher, but you cannot say it's the best teacher. It's never the best teacher. The best teacher, if I may say, is to learn from the mistakes of others. But we have refused to learn from the mistakes of others, even as far as though we see what happened to other persons, but we feel like, it doesn't matter, or maybe that person is not lucky enough, or that person ran out of luck. That's why it happened to him. And so we play with our lives. We play with our life in such a way that we think the life has a spare somewhere, that once the first one is damaged, then the second one can be brought and used to live our lives. So with regards to the incident that just took place in Nigeria, that has really caused a lot of pains to Nigeria, most especially the Nollywood industry, the family of the deceased, I pray the Almighty God to actually grant the heart to bear the loss. It's not easy because it's a father we're talking about here now. I can imagine the state of the wife, the mother, the father, if they're still alive, and those around him. I don't watch Nigerian movie, but I felt it. Why? Because this is a human being we're talking about here now. So who are those to be blamed, and how can we learn from this incident? One, the deceased himself. As a man, at least you don't have a second life, and at the same time, you have some persons you are taking care of. You are a father. You have a father. Okay, so you should know that if anything happens to you, your family will be at a very big disadvantage. So one, he should have asked for safety measures before embarking on that journey. Now you are entering a boat, even if you are a fish. In other words, you can swim very well. Then entering into a boat requires some safety measures. Should have demanded for your life jacket. Okay, now the producer has his own blame. Okay, the owner of the film or producer, manager, whatever you call the person, has his own blame. But you as a person, you are the breadwinner in your home. There are many persons depending on you. There are many persons whose lives are hanging on you. Okay, so you are the breadwinner of your family. Like some of us, we may not be the breadwinners, but in one way or the other, we are the biscuit winners. Okay, so if we are the biscuit winner, you must take every step of your life with care. He should have demanded for a safety measure first. He said, "Oh, I need a life jacket before embarking on this thing." No matter the amount of money they will pay him, he should have, because he's a man. He should be able to think for himself. If he had insisted on a producer or a manager without a life jacket, I'm not going for this, I'm not going for that, then they would have. Now, let's assume the manager didn't provide. He could have hired with his own money. How much will it cost to hire a life jacket? How much? How much? But the thing is that Mr. B did it. He maybe Mr. B sails through the ocean, through the river without a life jacket, and he got to his destination safely. So same thing will happen to him. No, the grace for Mr. B might not be the grace for Mr. A. The grace for Mr. D might not be that for Mr. C. So everybody carries his own grace. Okay, so he himself is to be blamed. He's to be blamed. Okay, he's to be blamed. He should have asked for safety measures before any other thing because life first. Then on the part of the producer or the film owner, in fact, some persons are saying, hey, he shouldn't be blamed. That is the him himself that should be blamed alone. No, the producer is also to be blamed. Because whenever you hire people to work for you, the lives of those people are in your hands. It is up to you. It is your duty to protect every member of your crew. It is your duty. Now, to the producer or the film owner or whoever she is or he is, one, she should have provided life jacket for all the crews, all the crew members, all those people going to other things. He should have provided life jacket for all of them. Beside the life jacket, he should have also provided at least one diver in each of the boats, at least a diver in each of the boats, at least a diver in each of the boats. To me, beside the life jacket, he should have provided a diver, at least one or let's say two in each of the boats, in case of the unpredicted. Because we, the black man, we always take things for granted. Nothing will happen, nothing will happen, nothing will happen, nothing will happen. So we need to plan for all the unforeseen. My mentor once told me something. He said, man, live your life in such a way that you have to outsmart the devil. Yes, we are not ignorant of the devices of the wicked one. He said, but you can live to outsmart the devil. Look at the white man. The white man will always provide a spare. He will always provide a spare. Like, see your car, he will always make sure that there is a spare tire in your car in case there is a punch. Okay? But we, the black man, we take everything for granted and it is killing us. It's killing us. So him himself is to be blamed. The producer, the film owner is to be blamed. Okay? Now, the third person that is to be blamed again is the boatman, the engine man. Is to be blamed too. He was cruising on a speed too high. Now, I had a discussion with someone and he said because of the wave of the sea, that there is a level or there's a particular speed he must maintain to be able to navigate. But from what I watched, the speed was just too much. It was just too much. Not only the speed being too much, he was careless. He was not focused. His attention was taken away by what I don't know. Because the sea is not a stream, it's not a creek that you will now see a boat ahead of you, a canoe ahead of you, that you will not be able to see it far off and be able to, swim skillfully. So I wonder whether he was blindfolded, I don't know. Although they blame it on the other boy that said he was standing. He said the boy was standing, so he illustrated him. It's a lie. I don't believe that. I was born and brought up in the river area. So there is no way in a boat like that and in a river as big as that someone will stand in front of the sailor and we will be able to see through, to see ahead of a boat before him. So that is a pure lie. That is a pure lie from the pit of hell, that the boy obstructed his view. It's not true. I don't believe that. So he was careless. He was not focused. So he is to be blamed too. He is to be blamed in all areas. He is to be blamed. Okay, the next one, the boy that was standing, and they said the boy summoned the sea gods, the spirit of the water, by making incantations, pouring mineral, and also ringing the bell. Man, on that area, that guy is not to be blamed. He didn't summon anything. He didn't summon anything from what he said so far, because I've listened to his whole side of the story. He said he did that to appease the God for his whole self. So that guy took his whole measures, his whole protective measures. He did that to, to save his whole head. Okay, I'm not saying as a Christian that what he did is good, but as a traditionalist, what he did is to save his head. So he didn't do that to, bring other people death, or to call on the sea God or whatever to take the lives of other. He didn't. So it's not to blame on that ground. Now, if you listen to that boy's story carefully, he did something to appease the gods, but he went further to do something which I like so much. He said, even at that, he held to the rope of the boat. He held to the rope, that it was even that rope that actually helped to safeguard him. If not, he would have drowned also. He would have drowned. That's why I said, even beside providing life jackets for everybody, the producer or the owner of the film should have also made available 2 divers on those boats. We should have made 2 divers available, that in case of any eventuality, the number of lives that will be lost will be minimized. And that is where the white man has grown above some certain things. The black man is yet to learn. Why am I making this video? One of the reasons why I decided to come up to make this video is this. Now look at what has happened now. Again, now let's look at those people that even rescued him. Okay, those people that rescued him. Just look at the black man's mentality after bringing him from the water straight to the mortuary. In fact, I don't just know what to say about this. Straight to the mortuary. No attempt of, let's check if the person is still alive, because as at that point, they were not with any instrument with which to test if the heart is still in order. Maybe he just lie dormant for a while, if it can be revived. He took him straight to the mortuary. From there, it was the mortuary that said, okay, take him to the hospital. Even from there, now they took him again to the herbalist. Nigerians, when are we going to learn? When are we going to learn? So I don't know if we have been programmed by the devil or by the color of our skin, that we shouldn't take things seriously, because that is one of the major things affecting us. Okay, now why am I making this video? The reason why I'm making these videos is this. Some people are saying that, yeah, this has happened, the government should put measures on ground that anybody going to the sea or crossing the river must go with life jacket, or anybody. In fact, I know my people very well. Now they may do that for the first 1 week, 2nd week, 3rd week, 1 month, 2 months. I bet you in the next 3rd or 4th month, man, everybody back to business as usual. I bet you after 1 month or 2 months of observing, all these safety measures, everybody goes back to, life as usual. So when are we going to learn? Or are we still going to sit down and say, yes, experience is the best teacher? If you are the type that will say experience is the best teacher, sorry for you. I bet you may not live to tell the story. And at times when you tell the story, you tell it in pain, you tell it crying bitterly. So whatever you can put some measures on ground to, minimize hindrances, to minimize accidents, then do it. That's why when you get to the oil company or the refineries, they don't play with safety measures. Before you enter into their yard, there are things you must put on. No excuse about it. Before you go to some areas to work, there are things you must put on. Why? Because they consider life to be precious. Life is precious. So don't play games that will take your life. There's what we call the death of a fool in the Bible. There's what we call the death of a fool. When you place your life like a candle, say, nah, it doesn't matter, and you die carelessly, that's what we call the death of a fool. So don't play with your life, most especially those of you that are breadwinners in your families. You may not even be the breadwinner, but some of us, we are biscuit winners. Okay, we are biscuit winners, shishi winners in our families. Okay, so you must be careful what you do. Why? Because your life is important not only to you, but to so many persons. To so many persons. Your dependents, they need you to survive. Okay, so in all we do, we must put safety measures first. Some persons, when they are leaving their homes, they will decide to leave electricity on. You don't know the danger therein. Why do you have that switch on the wall? It's for you to, in fact, when you are leaving the home, put the switch on the neutral. Put it on the neutral. Because if there is fire outbreak, the house will raise down before getting home. So these are some of the precautionary measures we put in place to outsmart the devil. One thing you don't know is that your area of ignorance, that is where the devil works on to, harm you, to, to destroy you. And in the area of your ignorance, you experience darkness. So as Africans, most especially Nigerians, we are in total darkness. Majority, some of us or some persons are coming into the light now, but majority are in darkness. Okay, not knowing what to do at every point in time. I urge you to put some safety measures in all you do, in whatever you do. Try to protect lives. Thank you. Until I see you in my next video again. Play safe. Bye for now.